I got around to putting together the AMD Athlon 200GE processor, Asrock B450M Pro4 AM4 Mainboard, and G.SKill Ripjaws V, 266MHz, 8GB RAM. The hardest part of putting together those three components was seating the processor into the socket on the mainboard. One corner of the processor refused to drop into the socket, as if something underneath was blocking it from going in. After checking the processor for bent pins, the socket for broken off pins, and the proper alignment in placing the processor into the socket, I firmly pressed down on the processor with my finger. Was that loud click supposed to happen? Is this a problem limited to Asrock AM4 motherboards? My name is cdreimer and welcome to my channel. Processors are supposed to drop into the socket without any applied pressure or loud clicking sound. I have assembled, rebuilt, and disassembled hundreds of PCs over the last 25 years. I have never had a processor that required pressure to seat into the socket with a loud click, except for maybe the Pentium 2. Both Intel and AMD in the late 1990s had slot processors that plug into the mainboard like an oversized Commodore VIC-20 cartridge with an attached heatsink. Slot processors were a short-lived form factor until sockets came back in style with the next generation of processors. The Pentium 2 in 2001 was also the last Intel processor I built in a system for myself, and I have been an AMD fanboy for the last 18 years. I would have gone with Intel this time around if there was not a shortage of affordable Coffee Lake processors. From what I read online, processors that require pressure to seat into the socket does happen from time to time if the socket was not placed squarely on the mainboard during manufacturing. As for AMD processor not fitting the socket, this issue might be specific to Asrock AM4 motherboards. I came across a forum post at Level 1 Techs that had a picture of a Ryzen 7 1700X with a corner up in the socket of an Asrock X370 Taichi motherboard. The placement of my processor was similar to that, except it was the other corner that stood up. Since I got the processor into the socket, I didn't want to jinx myself by fiddling around with it any more than I have to. I finished putting everything together in a spare Cooler Master N200 micro ATX case with a Roswell Glacier 500-watt power supply. I ran an older version of mATX 86 successfully for 1 week or 168 hours. A newer version of mATX 86 ran 4 passes in 2 hours. I updated the mainboard BIOS with version 2.0 to unlock the Athlon 200GE and overclock from 3.2 GHz to 4.0 GHz at stock voltage of 1.3 volts. The newer version of mATX 86 ran 4 passes in 1 hour and 43 minutes. Next up, we shall test Windows 10 and compare the new system to my old system. Let me know in the comments below on what you think might be the issue with the processor and the socket. Links to everything I have mentioned in this video can be found in the description below. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and click on the notification bell to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching.